Welcome to Union Bible College and Academy. I'm Adam Buckler. The summer's here. We're out in camp meetings. Our production team is out doing much of the same, so we're not able to come to you as frequently as we like. We're going to pull together some clips that we have from a meeting with Jim Plank and Stephen Cassidy recently as they met with our ministerial students, and come back to you week after week with some of their comments. I think you'll find them beneficial and a blessing.
I do not believe, in fact, I will say very strongly, I do not believe the pulpit is ever to be used as a machine gun base to go after people. Number one, that's not why you're there. Jesus' example is that he was here not to destroy men's lives, but to save them. And to knowingly go after somebody from such a sacred place as the pulpit dishonors the pulpit, it dishonors preaching, ultimately it dishonors God. That is not to say that you do not deal, anything that's in the Bible, obviously, is fair game. But just to preach something because you see somebody step into your crowd, and I've had preachers tell me, and said, well, so-and-so came and they looked like, or they did, and I knew it, and he said, I changed my message. My heart was grieved, because God doesn't operate that way. Obviously, if things are in the Bible, you can preach it, then yes, you do preach it. In many cases, if it's a blatant issue, obstinate issue, where somebody is they're just wanting to be known and seen, the pulpit's probably not the place to skin them and kill a whole bunch of other people at the same time who have no issue with that at all. It may be that you deal with them one-on-one. That doesn't do anything, and so you take the scriptural route. You take a brother. That doesn't do anything, and perhaps maybe some greater counseling measures have to come into play, but I do not believe the pulpit should ever be used as a bully pulpit to try to force people. Preach the Word of God. I still believe it is the Word of God, it's the law of God that converts the soul. It is the law of God that's perfect. The Word of God, it does what is necessary in the heart and life. Now obviously in the pastorate situation, when you're dealing with people week in and week out, there may be a pulling aside of somebody in a proper way. Never in a point your finger, you're an awful person. It's always to be presented in love. It's always to, and I think even with what Brother Plank said according to the preaching, even in dealing with people in counseling, having the presence of God is a key, because that will change everything. Otherwise it could become a big old argument and things start falling apart. And that's not what your purpose is. God's called you to proclaim His truth. An example is Jesus Christ. And so we're trying to bring people's lives back together through the power of God.
I hope you enjoyed the clip. Check us out at ubca.org. We're having summer intensives here on the campus of Union Bible College down throughout the summer. Classes like intercession and evangelism and theology of holiness, classes that you might be interested in. You can apply right online. Check us out to see what's coming up next. Also, we're still accepting applications for the fall semester. Check us out at ubca.org for that as well, or call us at 317-896-9324. On behalf of all of us here at Union Bible College and Academy, I'm President Adam Buckler.